Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Ankr. This coin we've talked about quite a bit in the past, so we will be doing updates on it pretty much every other day or so. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video before we get started if you are an Ankr holder. We see the market cap right now at about $1 billion, the volume in the last 24 hours being right around that 100 million as well. We see circulating supply being that 7 billion Ankr. So we see a lot of potential behind what Ankr is, and that's exactly why we cover it pretty much every other day. And I want to talk about some of the biggest updates coming to Ankr, as well as what Ankr is, so you guys get a brief explanation real quick from the Coinbase about. So Ankr is an Ethereum token that powers Ankr, a Web3 infrastructure and cross-chain staking DeFi platform that aims to make it easy and affordable for anyone to participate in a blockchain ecosystems by building dApps, hosting nodes, or staking. The Ankr token that can be used to pay for services on the Ankr platform, such as node deployment and obviously API services, participate in on-chain governance, and also act as an insurance for network participants. So if you guys don't know much about Ankr, there's your brief explanation. I do want to say, guys, there is a lot coming with Ankr this year. I think this week is still going to be a very good week for Ankr. We saw a 5.3% increase in the last 24 hours. I think there's a lot left in it. We take a look at the last week, about a 10% decrease. Take a look at the last month, about a 16% decrease. So exactly what you don't want to see from Ankr is what we saw. And unfortunately, I do think, we are going to have a little bit more of a struggle like this coming in June and July. But for the most part, we are going to see Ankr do very, very well throughout the next couple of months. And I'm going to talk about price predictions for May, June, and 2021 at the end of the video, and why I think these price predictions are going to be accurate. Let's kind of dive into some of these most recent tweets, though. So Ankr obviously does talk quite a bit on Twitter. If you guys don't follow Ankr on Twitter, I would definitely suggest doing so. You can also follow me on Twitter in the description of this video. Jump down in there and follow me on Twitter. Also join the Discord linked in the description below. You can actually take advantage of that and talk with crypto like-minded people every single day. I am also in there, and I try to talk to you guys as much as possible. But thank you for 90K followers. We are getting close to 100K. Once we hit 100K, get ready for some nice surprises. So Ankr is talking about some nice surprises. We don't know exactly what that could mean yet. Hopefully a new announcement on, partnerships or something related to the Ankr coin. I'm hoping it's something fun or good. Obviously, anything would do for us Ankr holders. We now see also their daily Sunday update. So happy Sunday, another eventful week. WBNB and Ankr pair live on PancakeSwap. Liquidity, Ankr and ETH trading pair on Uniswap V3. We also hit 90K followers. We explained the meaning of the internet bond, and they are also still hiring. Hiring isn't a crazy thing to think of. They've been hiring probably for the last, I'd say, 12 to 16 weeks at the very least. It seems insane to see, them currently hiring as well as always have been hiring. So either they didn't find what they are looking for yet, or they're still hiring because things are still coming, to the positive side of things. So I didn't look into the most recent hires or anything, but, it's still good to see they are hiring. That's obviously a good thing. Jumping into the next tweet, we see Ankr last call for pre-boarding. Are your bags packed and ready? I've been seeing a ton of tweets recently. So this was at 10:07 a.m. today. Like I said, guys, a ton of tweets recently about Ankr. Big amount. I'd say a lot of people. I should say a lot of people are talking about Ankr. Like I said on Twitter, I saw massive amounts of tweets talking about pre-boarding and all this stuff about jumping past resistance, and that's exactly what you see here. Ankr is poking its head above resistance. Run it to 330 range. So we see it actually poking a little bit above what this guy states as resistance. I would say this is kind of accurate, and I kind of did my own TA before the video, and it's fairly accurate. And I will say, guys, we are kind of above that resistance, and I do think we could continue to see a solid run for Ankr in the upcoming days and weeks ahead. So I'm excited to see where it actually kind of takes off too. A lot of people holding a lot of Ankr for quite some time now, hoping their coin will eventually take off. And I think we're coming closer and closer to that really being the case or not being the case. So we're going to have a very good idea of where Ankr is going to be going in the next couple of days and weeks ahead. So we will be talking a lot about Ankr. So if you guys, like I said, aren't subscribed already, make sure to quickly subscribe, turn notifications on, and like the video. I do want to say there's a lot to really talk about with Ankr, but without jumping too much more into details, let's jump into the website and give you guys a brief explanation of really what you can do on the Ankr website itself. So it talks about how to connect to Web3 in minutes. We support more than 40 blockchain protocols for staking or developing purposes. This is big. Obviously, every coin wants to be staked. Every coin wants to have that idea of APY or annual returns. So let's take a look at what they all have. So staking nodes, developer APIs, and enterprise solutions. They have 8,000 plus nodes deployed at this current time, trusted by blockchain pioneers around the world, obviously including big names like Binance, Harmony, Oasis, just like I said, big names, Matic. And then you go down to the very bottom, you can see, some of this information there, but we're going to deep dive into the staking solution itself. So we've talked about this before, staking simplified. It's very, very easy on Ankr.com. You can see how Ankr provides decentralized staking services for Ethereum 2.0. Ankr's ETH2 staking protocol and platform combines staking and DeFi, implementing elements from traditional staking with non-custodial management, micropools, and instant liquidity and decentralized governance. So we see 48,248 ETH staked with Ankr currently, and over 2,680 stakers at the moment. They give you a brief explanation of how it all works, and then they talk about why stake with Ankr, obviously being the micropool staking manager, staking liquidity and security. So if you guys want to get a quick way of calculating your earnings, let's just say you have 115 ETH or 115.5 ETH, 428,000 worth of ETH, you are going to be looking good anyway, but you can get a yearly earning of $26,686. Obviously not the most insane staking returns, but it is a very, very simple and easy to use. So it's definitely one platform that is giving you those returns. Now let's jump back into the Ankr price real quick. I do want to take a little bit of time to look at the previous weeks. We do see a 10.25% increase now in the last 24 hours. Like we said, guys, this is a coin that has a lot of gas left in the tank, and we actually saw it do very, very well here since we started talking. I think we've actually seen some major increases. Now we're at this 15-cent range, and actually did we go above it? Right around 15 cents. It's probably right on the dot of 15 cents right now, which is definitely a good increase. If we take a look at the last month, we did see it, let's go to the last year. So we saw pretty much with every coin, not every coin, but a lot of coins. We did this with BitTorrent. We did this with a couple different other coins where we go an insane increase, get our all-time high. This time it was 22.5 cents. Then we saw a decrease, obviously down to about 16 cents, kind of a correction. This one went all the way down to 13 cents. So we saw an increase again. However, we saw a major correction again with the crypto market crashing a little bit. And then we saw another increase. So this one's all up and down, up and down, up and down. And how do we know exactly where it's going to be going in the near future? Well, that's exactly what we're seeing right now is, like I said, we broke some resistance. I do think, consolidation will take place at some point, but I do think we are going to see mostly increases in the next upcoming days and weeks ahead. Obviously, like I said, always going to have some kind of consolidation take place, but for the most part, I think, the upcoming days and weeks ahead for Ankr is going to be very, very bullish. We see a lot of people very bullish as well on Twitter. Like I said, if you type in Ankr on Twitter, you can find a bunch of different people talking about how bullish they are. Here we have the Crypto Differ little chart that talks about their top 15 projects by Lunar Crush Galaxy score. They talk about Ankr actually being right here at number, I think it's actually, this score is going to be 75. And it's right behind a lot of good solid coins that have a lot of potential behind them. VRA is topping the list. You guys probably can't see that, so let me exit out of there so you can see like the little version. VRA is topping the list all the way on the left at 79, but we have Matic at 76, and Zilliqa's at 75 as well, Dogecoin at 75. So the fact that Ankr's hanging around with some solid coins there, I do think that is definitely a good thing and a positive thing at the very least. But like I said, guys, if you go to Ankr and go to the latest, there's tweets pretty much nonstop talking about Ankr right now. Here you go, 35 seconds, minute. So like I said, a ton of people talking about Ankr, understanding that there's huge potential and we've just passed resistance, and a lot of people excited to see where Ankr goes. So Ankr, here we go, the moment we have all been waiting for. Just like I said, a ton of people excited about Ankr. They say Ankr will be on Robinhood soon. Mark my words. I'm not sure about that, but obviously that would be a positive for pretty much any coin to jump onto Robinhood with all of the investors that are currently on that platform and just on that platform alone. So let's take a look though. Like I said, Ankr by the end of May, I think we're going to see Ankr push close to our previous all-time high. I think there's a lot left in this next 2 weeks, and I think we could get really close to about 20 cents realistically. Do remember, guys, I'm always trying to stay very conservative on my price predictions, so about 20 cents is going to be my price target for Ankr by the end of May. I will also say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing, as this is not financial advice. But if we look at the previous chart, and like I said, the TA that I've done in the news that is probably upcoming with this hopefully 90K to 100K followers, we are going to see a new, piece of news come out. We don't know exactly what it is. We don't even know what the announcement will be, but I'm excited to see what that is. We will, definitely do an update on that when we find out. I will say by the end of June, I think we will continue to see some good increases. Obviously, consolidations, like I said, corrections taking place and stabilizations taking place throughout the middle of June, possibly late June as well. So I do think, by the end of June, we will see, Ankr really pushing about 30 to 35 cents. I think 30 cents is going to be more realistic, about a 2x to that point right now from this price point. So 30 cents is going to be our price target for Ankr by the end of June. By the end of 2021, if we could just get ourselves closer to $1, I'd be very excited for that. I think about 75 cents to $1 is the price range that I will pin Ankr at for the end of 2021. If you guys agree or disagree with my price predictions, let me know in the comments. We do have a very small market cap at $1 billion still, so I think there is a lot of movement to take place still. Like I said, a lot of potential behind Ankr. I just think it's going to take a few more pushes, a little bit more volume, and we will start to see some of what Ankr really has to offer for us in value-wise. So I think it's going to be a very exciting coin to watch. Like I said, Ankr has got a lot of utility and a lot of use cases, so we'll see what happens with it. It's definitely a coin we're going to keep an eye on. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I'll see you guys all in the next one.